Well, good morning and happy Monday, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Mission Zero. If this is your first time here, my name is Shawn, and this is Battle Cry, the show where we give you a motivational theme that can carry you through a more positive week. The thing that I think we should talk about today, like last week, we closed on some really tough questions to ask yourself about your beliefs in the world. And this week, I think to carry on from that is, what do you do with that? And the reason that that is important is the theme for Mission Zero this week, and that is leadership. Because what you do with what you believe is charge forward, right? You lead in that thing. And what really got me on that subject is Trey Van Camp, one of my good friends, posted a video last week that he was saying to some members of his congregation that he thinks that the most effective mentoring that he does is through his vlogs and through his podcast. And I think that's really powerful for more reasons than just the power of social media. I think that's really important to keep track of because we're in a world that's very obsessed with, are you a leader or a follower? And we don't really think about what those terms mean. And so what I want to dive back to is a couple of aspects of leadership that I think tend to have been forgotten over the last couple thousand years. The word for leader in Hebrew comes from an older word, a verb that means to make clear. The leader was not the guy on horseback standing behind the front artillery that was shouting out orders. No, the leader was the guy with the broadsword and the shield standing at the front, charging forward into the enemy. And that required kind of two things, right? One is boldness, right? You, as a leader, you have to have the boldness to go forward and say, you know what? This is what I believe. I really do believe this, and I am going to live that out. I'm going to walk that out boldly. And the bold there is because so many times in our society, people will try and shake you out of what it is you believe just because it's not aligning to their belief or to the calmness that they've established in their lives, right? They don't want somebody who's rocking the boat. But all progress is made by stirring the waves, right? If you're in a canoe, the only way forward is to hit that paddle into the water and stir that water up. Otherwise, you just sit there. And so you have to have that boldness. So there's my first bit for us is have the boldness to follow your beliefs. But the second piece there is that key point. If you had that broadsword and you're charging forward and you're the only one charging forward, you aren't a leader. You're lunch, right? The thing that defines a leader is that there are people who will follow along. And it's not that they're followers. It's that they will support your cause. They will support you. If you're really going to be a leader, then there has to be a support system that can be established behind you. And so that's my second bit for today. There's really my overarching theme for today is really take a look at the support system that you have. Just because you're being bold in following your beliefs doesn't mean you're doing so in a way that people are able to support you or are willing to follow you in. And that's what you have to do. If I'm gonna sit here and say that I'm trying to lead people to celebrate diversity and to get closer together, I can't just sort of be out here boldly doing that and paying no attention to whether or not that's resonating with people, right? And so I value the input of people like Jasper Fox and Bill Snodgrass and Joshua Verwers and Trey Van Camp and Ashley Murphy and a number of you who speak out and let me know that what I'm doing is resonating with you, even if it's not always. And in fact, I need those times that you tell me, man, you know what, this one was kind of a miss for me. Because that's how I grow. But that's true of all of us. I'm gonna sort of wrap it there because I'm like breaking to cough every 30 seconds now. But there's my exhortation for us is be bold in your faith, but do it with an eye to who's following you and whether you're being constructive to other people's lives, because that's really what this is all about, is not just having your voice, but giving your voice in a way that is edifying to other people. And so that's what I'm gonna leave it with. I hope that you can use that in some way to become even you-ier than you were before. And I love you so, so much, and God bless you, and peace out.